Greetings, everyone. My name is Sharon C. Jenkins, and I am the host for 50 Plus and Flirty. And we are doing a dating summit. You know why? Because some of us are re-entering the dating pool, and then some of us, we forgot about how to keep that spark alive. And then last but not least, and some of us just ain't never got it together. And we're ready to get it together. And that's a good thing. That's a real good thing. Well, today I have the strikingly beautiful Tanya Armstrong in the house. And the reason why Tanya is here is because she has put together this huge group of women 50 and above. And it takes an art to do that. So I'm going to tell them a little bit about you, Tanya, before we start talking. How's that?
That works for me.
She is the inspiring founder of Flawlessly Silver, a platform that celebrates the beauty and strength of embracing natural silver hair. I got streaks now. I got silver
Come
streaks.
on, come on, come on now.
As both an author of the moment I decided to own it and being a realtor, Tanya has made significant strides in the literary and real estate world. She's a divorced mother of five beautiful children, and she's beautiful. So I know those babies are beautiful.
Thank you.
And she balances her professional achievements with her unwavering dedication to her family. Tanya's journey is one of resilience and inspiration, demonstrating that with passion and determination, one can truly shine in all aspects of life.
That
And
sounded good, girl. I
oh,
like
baby,
that. That was
that's the
good.
truth. That's the
Thank
truth,
you.
though. The truth always sound good. Now,
Thank you.
Tanya is going to talk to us today about finding love after divorce.
Mhm.
Ooh, I love the topic.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Tanya, tell the people a little bit about you. I told them just a teeny bit. Now, you got to tell them a teeny bit more.
So, my name is Tanya Armstrong. As Sharon has stated, I am a divorced mother of five, but that's not I don't like to start off with that because lives. And so when it happens, you have to know how to navigate it and bounce back. But I come from a strong family of women. So I come from a West Indian background actually. My mother was from Jamaica, my father is from Trinidad. And so I had a very strong family background and upbringing. So um I am a real estate agent, I am an author, and I am a founder of a phenomenal group. As Sharon said, called Flawlessly Silver, where it's just women who are aging, who are embracing life and embracing the gray. And so I'm enjoying this journey that life has taken me on because I never thought in 1,000 years that this is what I would be doing. Never. Never.
And you are so good at it.
Thank
But
you.
I know life has been lifing. And unfortunately, sometimes we get in those relationships and we stay in those relationships, and it takes us a minute to decide that, you know what, I'm going to do something better. So tell us a little bit about your journey.
So let me preface it by saying that oftentimes we get into relationships and we're not completely healed.
Oh.
So we find someone, what I found someone that I attached to when I was in college, and we had a daughter. And because I wanted somebody so badly to love me, even though I saw every sign known to man that said, no, stop, girl, turn around, what is you thinking? I still, I hung on tighter. Um, We got married. We were together for 19 years.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
We have 5 children. And one day, after a plethora of different events that had occurred to this one day conversation, because he was a contractor overseas, he called me on the phone, and there was nothing different in the conversation, but every woman knows you hear an underlying tone. It
Hmm.
wasn't an ugly conversation; it was just a regular life conversation. But his tone was cold,
Oh.
and that instantly told me my heart no longer like I no longer held his heart, regardless of everything that we had been through. And I made the decision after finally taking my last term of disrespect and said, you know what, this ain't for me.
Mm.
I'd rather walk away and struggle than to sell myself for a price just to say I was married. It's the best way I can put it. And so I left. Because myself, my body, my self-conscious, my heart, my spirit, and my soul could no longer pay that price.
Mm.
And
Mm.
realizing that I had at the time we had so we in between we have 5 kids, but there's like a 12-year gap between my oldest, my second child, and my third child. So I made the decision when the last 3 were 2 and twin 1-year olds. This is not for me.
Mm. Mm.
This is not it.
Mm.
Well, I left. Well, I
Mm.
didn't leave. I went and filed the divorce papers I had to serve. And then he
So,
left.
so the beautiful thing, the happily ever after in this story, is that after 19 years of being in a not so functional
It was a
relationship,
very dysfunctional relationship. I
you,
out of function and dysfunction. That
wow,
was my comfort zone.
wow.
I mean, you have to be able to have some type of comfort in that. When I say comfort, nobody stays in dysfunction because they want to, but because that's what you have grown accustomed to and you become used to. You don't see life any other way.
Mm. Mm.
And so I functioned in dysfunction.
Oh, wow. That's a powerful statement. So let's go post divorce.
Hmm.
How did you pick up the pieces of who Tanya was?
I wrote a book.
Okay, okay.
Writing that book was my healing journey.
Mm.
Writing that book. So when I was writing that book, I had a very, very good friend, a very, very dear friend of mine, reading that book as I was writing it. And she would say things to me because I was writing on a surface level. It sounded good, it sounded pretty, it was real surface. She said, Tanya, you got to dig deeper,
Mm.
which forced me to have to do the work. I'm sorry, my screen went out. So when she said, Tanya, when she said, Tanya, you got to do the work
Mhm.
and dig deeper. I had to dig deeper. And then when I did that, I started revealing truths about myself. You see, my marriage didn't break up because of one person. My marriage
Mm.
broke up because we were two dysfunctional people trying to navigate life. And we
Mm.
were not, it wasn't going to work that way.
Mm. So it looks like you took a lessons learned approach from that relationship to help you heal enough to find love again. So I'm looking for the
Hmm.
happily ever after part of this story. So tell me about that transition from divorcee into becoming Tanya, the vibrant, the intelligent, the determined, the resilient Tanya. Tell me about that.
I fell in love with Tanya. I
Mm.
realized that I deserved more and I deserved better. And so I fell in love with that girl. And then I healed the young girl that was deserving of it, but didn't know how to get to it. Because
Mm.
I had my own set of childhood issues and traumas that I had to work through.
Mhm.
So, in doing that and working on me, I realized I'm a pretty bad chick. Yeah. Yeah. What and I said to myself, time, what was you thinking? And it's not to be it is not even to be conceited if that's is or overly confident, but it is to say that if I don't love me the way I want to be loved, then who else is gonna do it?
Mhm.
So I just learned to navigate. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it over here. Like over here, it's amazing.
Okay. So we pick up this mirror,
Mm-hmm.
see the whole Tanya.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're ready to hit the streets, babe.
Okay, baby. I was
We
ready. Let me tell you
we're
something.
we're, we're
I
ready
was
for
ready.
love.
I was ready.
Ah!
I was
So
looking. Yes.
so tell me about that process, Miss Tanya.
I was willing to put myself back out there. Um, but before I did that, I wanted to make sure that I was over what I walked out of
Mhm.
because I didn't want to carry that with me. So I did. And when I looked at my ex-husband, I said, "Oh, what in the devil was I thinking?" Like I really did. I had that whole come to moments Jesus conversation in my head one day. And then I was just ready to like, you know what? I'm ready to be out there. I'm ready to see what life has to offer for me. Now, dating ain't easy now. It's a jungle out there.
Mhm.
It's different.
Mhm. For real, for real.
It's very different.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
when I started dating, especially here in Atlanta, it's a little different. Um, it is a first of all, they have it's you have men who are dating 15 women at one time.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
yeah. And let me tell you something about us when we get to this good old age of 50 plus. We out there doing the same. I'm like, baby, y'all crazy.
Wow.
But because I consider me old school, but I do believe that you have to date to know what you want, to know from what you don't want. And you take all of those experiences with you to say, that's what I want.
Mhm. Mm.
Absolutely. But yeah, baby, dating is fun.
Yes, it is, especially when you can do it without the baggage and you create your own terms.
Absolutely. And to say and be okay saying, you know what, this ain't it. Or or yeah, I was good for I was literally good for getting up and walking away. Say, you know what, I want to thank you for this time, but this ain't it for me. And I'm gonna go ahead and head on home because my children are hungry and I'm about to go cook them dinner.
Oh, that
I've
is
done that. I've done that.
wow. Wow.
Because you have to so this is how I see it. You literally have to be okay with not being with someone. And when I say that, when you're comfortable with you,
Mhm.
then you can open the doors for other people.
Mhm.
But
Mm.
when you feel, if you ever notice that there's some people who just jump from relationship to relationship to
Yeah.
relationship because you're
Yeah.
not happy by yourself.
Mhm.
I'm good at by myself.
Mhm. Now I used to be that way. The
Hmm.
20-year-old, the 30-year-old, and even the 40-year-old Sharon used to be that way. But I got a clue and I decided to do something different, and that is to pause and go back and do some work myself, Tanya.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
Because what ends up happening is that you end up finding the same person over and over again, just in a different body.
yes, yes. I was sitting in my, I would say, late 20s. I was sitting in a counselor's office and she made a revelatory statement. Um, my mother was an alcoholic, and the men that she attracted had similar addictive personalities. And so that thing kind of just transferred. And so I asked her, I was like, well, how when I go in a club, how how does how do they know that this is me? That I have this place in me. You know what I mean? And she was like, they just know. Because like attracts like. They just know. It's the way you posture yourself, the things you say,
Absolutely.
the kids nowadays says the energy you give off.
You got bad energy, baby. I feel your vibes. That ain't it. Or your energy, what the kids say, is exactly what you will attract. It will. That's what for my when I was married. That's what I attracted. That brokenness in me energy attracted the brokenness in him energy, and we were just two broken people together.
Oh wow. Broken broke. I hear you. Now, let's talk about love today. What's
Yes.
going on in your life today, beautiful lady?
It's good over here, baby. Now, yes, yes. Let me tell you what I did. I was in the shower one day, and I just told God what I was looking for. So, God, this is what I want. I want him to be at least 6'4", and he got to be real big, not overweight
Mhm,
big, but like muscular big. And he
mhm,
got to be, yes, God, he got to be one of them, and
mhm.
he is one of them.
Girl, I saw a picture of you and him on the dance floor.
Yeah,
I
baby.
said to myself, look at her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then when
I
he said
can't
he'll give you
prove
back
that.
double for your trouble, he gave it back.
And I said,
Yes,
baby.
yes, sir. Mm.
I said, oh, and I was rooting for you. I'm gonna be honest. I was literally rooting for you. I was like, "Go, girl." You know
Yes.
what I mean? And the reason being is because I knew a little bit of your story. And I remember the first time I saw you in person, I was like, "She is drop dead gorgeous. She can
Thank you.
have any man on the universe." You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
And then to see this Tanya, I mean, you are a rose full blown.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Ooh, that made me feel good about myself, girl. Don't do that.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm telling you the truth because I can speak to that. Because I
Thank you.
I know. And then the beautiful thing about that is that you looking out for your other sisters and you saying, come on, come
Come on.
on,
Come on. Life
come on.
good on. Well, the reality is that when you find it, when you actually find it and you taste it and you realize what love really should look like. Now, let me just say this. Him and our journey has not been, it hasn't like it's been smooth sailing.
Mhm,
So when he and I met, he was dating other people. I was just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna see what's out there and feel out my feelings. So it has been a accumulation of us getting to know each other. See, what happens oftentimes is that people, first of all, do not allow people to put their limitations and their expectations on what it is that you want for you and your relationship, because people will do that all day, and you will turn around, fool around, and mess up what you got because somebody said, well, y'all should be doing this, and y'all no. Everybody knows what's right for them. And so for us, when I say this, and I say this with all sincerity, that is my best friend. Like,
wow.
we have been through a lot of things. He, like, real talk, people be like, Tony, y'all, especially in the early part of us dating, he would tell me of the other dates that he used to go on and how things, and I'd be like, for real. But again, we did not set a false expectation. I did not go in saying, well, you finna be my man and you finna be my man forever and you can't see nobody else, X, Y, and Z, because I still was working on Tanya.
Mhm,
And you got to be honest with yourself when you're doing that. And
mhm.
so for us today versus where we started, it's great. Yeah,
Wow.
but that man right there, he do something to me. He do
Girl,
something to me. Yeah.
girl. And the thing I want our viewers to know is it's time for real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mindset we had as young women will not function in today's society. We have to decide what our boundaries are and and dream again. You know,
Absolutely. But
dream.
make that your dream.
Yes.
And then I also say this, in any relationship that you're in, whether it's brand new, in the middle of it, in the thick of it, y'all, wherever it is y'all, keep y'all business y'all business. You understand me? Because once you start delving too much of your ups and downs and everything that goes on, now you got people, your naysayers in your ear, telling me what you should and should not do when they don't know the intricacies of your relationship. Keep your business your business. I had to learn that.
And what they're doing is they're rehearsing their brokenness
Correct.
and they're responding to your prosperous relationship from a corrupt mindset.
Correct. And realize everybody ain't happy for you.
Mhm.
Everybody's not happy for you. And some people look at what you got thinking they can get it, baby. No, you can't. Not this one. Not that one. Not that one.
I love it. I love it. So, what advice do you have for women 50 and above who have been divorced and are about to, they've done the work
They've done the
and
work.
yeah, they're about to put their big toe in the dating pool.
Well, I like to tell people, I like to tell women, now it's time. This is what you're gonna do. Put your big girl drawers on. Like you're gonna have to get out there and understand that dating today is not dating when you met your ex-husband. It's a different world out there. And you have to learn to navigate in that world and pay attention to the signs. I tell people this all the time because a lot of people will say, well, especially because I'm in Atlanta, they'll say, well, there's a man shortage and you got to take what you can get. No, that ain't true.
Mhm.
But be open to doing different things, trying different things, be assertive. Some people like, well, I'm waiting on him. Nah, girl, text that man. It's and for me, and everybody may not agree, but this is
Mm.
how I see it. He takes me on dates, I take him on dates. If I'm taking him, and the reality is, if he takes me on one, he pays. When I take him on one, I pay, because that's what we do. But you have some people who are so stuck in old school ways of thinking. This is not that same generation unless you want the same type of man that you just divorced.
Oh, that's a point. That is a point that we can put 3 gold stars on. You can't do the same thing and get different results.
No, it's the same result. You're just gonna find that same man in a different body. You
Mhm.
have to be willing to try and to do new things. First of all, I wasn't no big football fan. I was not. That wasn't my thing. Baby,
Mhm.
take something. When that man said to me, "Hey, you gonna go tailgate with me?" I was up at 4:30 in the morning. We up in the morning going tailgate, and I'm outside in the cold.
Oh, Lord.
You understand? And it's a matter of learning a balance and a compromise. Don't and one of the biggest things I will tell people: do not lose yourself trying to get into a relationship, because and then once you get into it, be that same woman that he met,
Yeah,
that he want to wake up to every day.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you have to, and for me, like I said, that's my best friend and I'm his.
Mm.
We may argue, we may get on each other's nerves, but we also have open and honest conversations. You got to be honest. Now, don't go out there and tell this man, listen, and first of all, do not go out there on the first date and start telling your whole life story. Let him get to know that, because you don't let him see the crazy up front. That's what I did. I let him see the crazy after he was already in love. Now you don't see that I'm a little crazy and throw it off, but you stuck.
Because he didn't see the good, and he got comfortable with that, and so he can handle the rest.
Correct. And
Yeah.
let me tell you how I knew that that man was my life partner. And no, we're not married today, not yet. But let me tell you how I knew that was my life partner. When my mama died,
Mm,
and that man had my back lock, step, and key.
mm,
If I took a step, he took a step. If I
mm.
was getting ready to fall, he caught me. You have to be with someone when you're learning this dating field. who you can navigate tough terrain with.
Mm.
Because some people are just in there just for the fun. And if it's just for the fun, then let it be for fun. And let me also say this, do not set expectations without conversations.
Oh, that's good.
You can't think, and I'm gonna keep it 100 because we're not in our 20s. You've dated this, you and this man have gone out on 3, 4 dates, and now y'all have slept together. Please do not think that's your man.
Mm.
It is not. Y'all have to have we have to have the uncomfortable conversations. What are we doing? Like, are we still just dating? Because if that's the case, I'm cool with that. I just need to know how to maneuver.
Yeah, the rules
Or
have changed.
correct. People be thinking, oh, I done slept with him. That was my man. No, baby, that's not your man. That's just somebody you slept with.
Mm.
While he might still be dating other people, you all have to have those conversations.
Mhm. So you'll be clear.
Absolutely. So you're not walking around confused.
Yes.
You thinking that y'all exclusive, and he's thinking, well, I'm still dating these two over here.
That is funny you would say that because I did a panel with guys this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and the topic was what men want women to know about dating. And they said the exact same thing. They said women assume that they are exclusive when they go out or with 2 or 3 dates. And so here you saying the same thing, and I'm like, "Ooh, this is a thing."
It
So,
is a thing.
oh wow, yeah.
Because here's the reality. And I've had some of my male friends say to me, Tanya, you think like a man. I don't think like a man, but I'm realistic. And
Mhm,
I've lived long enough to understand.
mhm,
We as women, and I say this to people I've had these conversations with women, we as women become emotionally attached. And this
mhm,
is what we need to understand. While men date and women date, when a woman decides she's going to lay down with a man, she has started to become emotionally involved. A
mhm,
man can lay down with a woman and be out on the next date with the next person a couple of hours later. There's a difference, but you have to be honest with yourselves. And until, like I said, until you have the conversation of the expectation of what we're doing, you cannot assume. You cannot assume that because me and this man been going out on dates for the last month that we're exclusive. No, baby. You cannot assume because he has taken me to his mama house because we went to the church one day and I went to his mama house to go eat that we're exclusive because next week it could be somebody else over there. So you have to have the conversation. Don't assume a position that you are not in.
mhm. Until it's clearly stated.
Correct.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So you are helping some women today, my friend.
Thank you. I hope so.
Yes, you are. And the last but not least thing, what
Sure.
does the future look like for Tanya and love?
You know, I used to set goals in my head to say I got to do this by this and this by this and this by this date or this age. And would I like to get remarried again? Absolutely.
Mhm,
Am I rushing getting remarried again? Absolutely not. Because I don't want to be in love with the idea of marriage. I want to be in love with the man in the marriage.
mm,
And oftentimes women are in love with the idea of marriage, but it is a lot of work. And so for me, ideally looking in the future, me and my partner will we'll be building together. We'll be motivating and traveling because I like to travel. But I do see myself getting married again.
mhm.
And
That's
so,
powerful.
and so um I'm just here for it and I'm enjoying it and I'm loving the ride.
Mhm,
And so I love the fact that Tanya today can have the uncomfortable conversations that Tanya 10 years ago couldn't have
mhm,
because I'm no longer afraid of being alone because I'm I'm happy with me. I'm not afraid of being by myself. Once you can get overcome not being afraid of being by yourself, then what's meant for you will come to you. Oftentimes when you're afraid, you will
Mhm.
draw in what you don't want and then hold on to it and then gotta go back to somebody's sofa to try to figure that out.
Girl, that's truth.
So for
That
me, the future, it looks bright and it looks very promising.
mhm.
And
And
I am gonna take it by force.
I love it. I love it. Ooh, Tanya, I have enjoyed this conversation with you. We're going to do this again in April. You need to
Absolutely.
come back, baby.
Whenever you're ready for me, come on, call me. I'll be there.
Oh my God. Now, I want people to know how to join Flawlessly Silver. Tell them a
So,
little bit about the group.
so let me tell you how Flawlessly Silver started. Last March, March the 10th, actually, I was sitting in my car, and I like to be very honest and transparent. I was actually walking from Starbucks, and
Mm.
the Holy Spirit told me make your video because I had been talking about it for. I had literally been talking to him about it for about 2 months. I must start a group. I must start a group, and didn't do nothing with it. Well, this particular Sunday, I'm walking, and the Holy Spirit said to me, "Time to go do your video." I did that video on one take. I said, why is we as women, because they got the Salt and Pepper Gang, they got the Silver Fox Squad. Why we as women are not banding together to have our own group? Like it didn't make sense to me. And so I did that TikTok. I posted it. I was like, oh, I might get a couple likes. I woke up to over 1,000 comments and 6,000 likes. I
Oh,
then took that video and posted it on Instagram. There was a lady by the name of Sarah who saw that video. She lives in Houston and she shared that video with another lady who's a part of this bigger group. They reposted it, which got over 10,000 likes.
oh my
From
God.
that video that I created, that was in March. In April, we had our very first quote unquote Atlanta meetup. We had about 40 women come out, women I had never met.
Oh,
Then after that, because oh, I'm sorry, my phone froze. But I started the Facebook group. We have over 1,000 members in our Facebook group. We have been to Houston. We've been to LA. Matter of fact, we have our big Orlando meetup coming up. Um, but not only do we get together and party, we also do community service because I believe too much is given, much is required. So we
mm.
give back to the communities too. It's great. Like, and so they can find us on Facebook. It's a private group. So all you have to do is ask to join, and that is Flawlessly Silver. On Instagram, it is Flawlessly Silver. And TikTok, it is Flawlessly Silver. And we got a website that is www.flawlesslysilver.com that has all of our information. If you want to become a member, if you want to come to one of the meetups, all of that, it's all there.
So, Tanya, what we've done is we put a link to your website underneath this particular conversation so people can go and sign up now. Not,
Absolutely.
yeah, not tomorrow, but now.
Not
And I advise them to do it now.
absolutely. Come on, join us. I'm telling y'all, and we are a vibe in that group, baby. Them women, I love them. It is when we get together and party, and that's the beauty of aging. Oftentimes, you'll have people who will get the grin, be like, "Oh, I ain't ready," because you feel like it's aging you. But
Mm,
aging, there's a beauty in aging.
yes.
Why
Yeah.
run from it? Because it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Embrace it and embrace it with style, baby. I tell people right now, I'm one of the baddest 50 plus one women you'll ever meet with this gray hair, baby. Play with me if you want to.
And hey, look, wait a minute, you representing well.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate that.
So, parting comments, Miss Tanya.
Yes, ma'am. Parting comments. Whatever journey life takes you, embrace it and embrace it fully so you don't have to take that same journey again. And learn the lessons along the way. So when you run up on that right one or the right one run up on you, You would have done all the work you needed to do for y'all two to be perfect for each other. Because, like, I'm a firm believer, my imperfections are perfect for the one that I love.
I
So
love it.
be the best you, embrace who you are, take care of you, heal you, and what's meant for you will come.
I
But
believe
get
it.
out there and date. Don't stay at home thinking it's gonna find you in the house. Cause it ain't.
That's true. That's true. Well, thank you, Tanya. I really appreciate our conversation and I appreciate the realness of this conversation because, some of us, we got to have you can't spoon feed stuff to some people. Sometimes you just got to go there and
You gotta go.
tell them the truth. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So thank you for that. And
Absolutely.
I am thrilled. You know, I am so thrilled that so everybody that we talk to is dropping nuggets left and right. So I'm reminding our viewers, baby, you need to pay attention, pull out a journal, a notebook, something. Record on your cell phone, smartphones. You got smartphones for a reason. Do
Absolutely.
something, okay? Because you're going to want to come back to these experiences. Again, Tanya, thank you so much.
You welcome. For you, my friend, anytime.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.